Objective journalism is dead, everyone, and you've heard me say this before. That's why I've started this series, Who Is? To answer the question, who is certain political commentators, talk about their biases, the moments that made them famous. As always, this video is sponsored by Gulag America. More from them later. Let's get to who is Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles is an American conservative political commentator, author, and podcast host. He was born on February 18, 1990. Knowles gained prominence through his work as a host on The Daily Wire. He hosts The Michael Knowles Show and is known for his articulate and often provocative commentary, particularly on issues related to conservatism, religion, and cultural values. He has authored books such as Reasons to Vote for Democrats, a comprehensive guide, which humorously consists of empty pages. The book became a bestseller as a tongue-in-cheek critique of the Democratic Party. All right, let's talk about some of the moments that made Michael famous. Michael is known for shutting down protesters and speaking on college campuses.
Very difficult to use my platform when people use the heckler's veto to try to shut up any opinion that disagrees. I didn't think I was this intimidating.
That poor guy never saw it coming. The guy, he busted in the fire door.
Knowles speaks out about crazy climate change, Green New Deal climate advocates.
Give me one.
We were told that if President Trump pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accord, the sky would fall and the earth would be doomed. President Trump pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accord. Everything was fine. We were then told by those same people who sold it, well, it was actually better than fine. We were then told by the same people who sold it that the Paris Climate Accord would only get us 1/3 of the way towards stopping catastrophic man-made global warming, meaning the Paris Climate Accord wouldn't have done anything in the first place. But there is actually good news, because we pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord, and guess what turned out in a 2018 study? That the United States leads the world in reducing carbon emissions. And you know what else is funny? You know what else is funny from that study? All those signatories to the Paris Climate Accord, Spain, Canada, the European Union, certainly China, not only did they not abide by the regulations of the Paris Climate Accord, they actually increased their climate emissions.
Michael is a huge anti-abortion and pro-life advocate.
Well, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers?
Now, one thing I am very passionate about is looking your best. As you can see, I'm wearing my Gulag America shirt. I am partnered with Gulag America because they make great apparel and are veteran-owned, big patriots. Right now, if you use my code JoshCar10, you can get 10% off at gulagamerica.com. Here's a question for you. Do you even know what a gulag is? Now, most people, when they think of gulags, if they even know what it is, they're thinking of a Russian military or slave encampment, which is absolutely right. But we have to remember that gulags are also metaphysical, and they are in our lives every day. Some of them include the legacy media as well as the military industrial complex. Gulag America is the warning and not the wish. I love their clothes because it helps me look like a patriot and look my best. Right now, again, you can use my code JoshCar10 at gulagamerica.com to get 10% off great apparel. Okay, I want to give my thoughts on Michael Knowles. I've been watching him for a long time, since I started out mostly watching Ben Shapiro, and he was brought on to the Daily Wire. Let me just say this. Michael Knowles is definitely the most annoying host on the Daily Wire, and I say that with great love for Michael. The reason why I say that is he's kind of the nerd of the Daily Wire. And I know what you're thinking, like, what about like Ben Shapiro or Andrew Klavan? I hear you, they're nerds too. But Michael Knowles is way more nerdy. He is very intellectual. He speaks like an intellectual. And so if that's your vibe, check him out. Not my vibe necessarily. And so just go into it understanding that he's a little bit of a nerd. I know a lot of my friends think he's a little bit annoying when he talks, but he's good to check out. He's got great opinions. That's my kind of 2 cents on him. He's very conservative, kind of up there with Matt Walsh. I would consider Ben Shapiro to be a little bit more moderate than Michael Knowles. The reason why Michael is probably a little bit more on the far right side is that he is very much informed by his devout Catholicism, which really informs his beliefs. That's why he's very staunchly against abortion, gender ideology. The fact that he is Catholic really drives a lot of what he says, and he's constantly bringing Christianity and Catholicism into his conservatism. And so just understand going into it, when you listen to him, you're going to be hearing a lot of religious theology and theory. He was an actor for a long time, which I think is really interesting. Oftentimes when Hollywood debacles come out and we're talking about kind of the progressive cult in Hollywood, he is a great person to listen to because he was part of that world a little bit. He was an actor for a while before he became a political commentator. Again, if you're looking for more intellectual guy, he's your man. Go check him out. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Remember, subscribe down below to get more awesome content like this so I can be supported and continually pump it out. Leave a comment down below if you disagree or agree on what I said. Thanks, guys.